It's an explosive report, but it's nothing. It's nothing we didn't know. I mean, the reports come out because they had to do this report over the last few months. But these go back a long way. I mean, the story about Bradley Wiggins and Sebastian Coe thing has been out there for a very long time. And look, it's incredible. Piers, absolutely, front page and absolutely what you're saying about Bradley Wiggins. But there are grey areas here, and this is the problem. It is such a problem. I understand what you're saying, because you see cheat. But there are so many grey areas in sport. There's this line that athletes push to.
Roger, let me jump in.
They feel that they just stay underneath it.
Roger, let me just jump in here.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's never straightforward.
There may be grey areas, but the bottom line is Bradley Wiggins never mentioned he had asthma to anybody. Not even his colleagues, right? The guys cycling with him did not know he had this big asthma problem.
I don't know if that's true. So
that's what they've all said, right? We now have an MP's report, very thorough, very investigative, and what it concludes, beyond any doubt, as far as they're concerned, from all the people they talked to, is that he was not taking these very powerful steroids, which are supposed to only take once a year. They're so powerful for the corrosive effect on your body. He wasn't taking them for health reasons. He was taking them for performance-enhancing reasons. And that may be within the rules, but that is cheating, isn't it? It's just cheating.
And you're right. And there are questions that have been asked and need to be answered. And I think the challenge here is that they're not being answered by Sir Bradley Wiggins, by Dave Brailsford, by the people involved. And absolutely, the missing packages, the missing computers, there's something wrong here. But these questions have to be answered. And that's why the report is good, because it keeps the momentum of this going. Because the questions have been asked, but they haven't been answered. Now they have to be answered. And Sir Bradley needs a right to reply. But the point is, he now needs to reply absolutely seriously and prove his innocence. Because this is the challenge that the athlete has. You must now prove your innocence. And if he's unable to prove his innocence, then you absolutely have a valid point. But he should be able to do it.
Yeah, but look, Bradley Wiggins, I think he's given one, 5-minute interview since all this broke, whatever it was.
Actually, we have a statement from him. I find it so sad, he says, that accusations can be made where people can be accused of things they have never done, which are then regarded as facts. I strongly refute the claim that any drug was used without medical need. So he continues to deny this.
So he must be able to prove that. Yeah,
well, in that case, I invite Sir Bradley Wiggins, a Knight of the Realm, to come on this programme. We've invited him many times before, and come and face some proper questions about what was in your jiffy bag. Because the MPs of this country, in their very extensive and detailed report, have concluded you were cheating, right? It was unethical. It's another word for cheating.
Yep.
And I'm afraid that, here's why I get so passionate about this, Roger. It's that I think if you watch sport, it's the greatest thing in the world until the moment you know people are cheating. And at that point, the magic dies.
Absolutely.
The magic dies.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter what sport it is. And there's been so much of this now. And Bradley Wiggins is like this great figure of British sport.
Yep.
Go ahead, Roger.
And Piers, let me make a point from my point of view, OK? Frustration for me is I won an Olympic silver medal and I didn't take drugs, OK? I didn't take drugs, OK? How frustrating is it for someone like me and the many athletes when people must question that people genuinely believe you can't win Olympic medals? There are people out there who will say you cannot win an Olympic medal without taking drugs. I know that's not true. But there will always be suspicion, and this is the frustration. But then, sorry, just slightly changing something. Not as you made the point. It's a day where we remember somebody who we never questioned. We look back at Sir Roger Bannister and the good old days, and of course it was wonderful. It was nostalgic, and it was absolutely wonderful. And it's so sad that we are on a day where we should be remembering him, that we're talking about this. And I know you've made this point, but it is why we have to try and sort this out, because it's not fair on young people watching the television, watching athletes win medals and celebrating, but always now questioning. And this is the frustration that you have. And I don't know what the sport does. I really don't know what sport does to make everybody believe in what they're watching. It's so difficult,
sport has
because
to do,
some
Roger.
people will cheat, and more importantly,
sport has to stop cheating, and the punishment needs to be incredibly draconian. My issue we've discussed this before, but when you have the winner of the Olympic 100 metres medal, for example, is a guy who's been banned twice before for cheating, right? I mean, it's like...
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
like, sorry? And he got a 2-year ban each time?
Yeah.
So he can come back twice?
And the reason... And you know the reason for it is the legal system, the rights of the individual, particularly in places like America, that overrides the rules of sport. It's the right of the individual to come back and have a second chance. And this is the problem that sport has. The lawyers will always win. They will always win. There will always be a case to say you must give somebody, because it's restriction of trade if they're not allowed to come back.
Well, I just think if you test positive for performance-enhancing drug abuse, that's it. That's it. You don't compete again
Absolutely.
at Olympics or World Championships, European Championships. You're done.